How's it going out there in Intelligent Land?
I can't see the monitor from here.
I know. I can't.
You
That's
can
good.
see
I
it.
can see it.
That's good.
How's it going? Welcome to Star
How you
Sports Beat. I'm Pat DeSabato from the Star newspaper. This guy's Jeff Ponzak. He's from the Daily Southtown. Welcome to a special. Oh, it's a special edition. This is called our Hillbilly edition of Star Sports Beat. And with us today, there'll be no top tens. No, nothing. We're jumping off the ship.
Everybody needs a break from the high school.
That's right.
Vicious, brutal, long high school season. So this is our break.
This is a break here. So we welcome, a famous professional athlete here. We got Todd Hundley of the New York Mets with us.
There he is.
There he is right there. He's famous. He's famous, all right. For not getting enough sleep and
I'm famous for a lot of things.
No, but you used to be able to drink 6 beers, but not anymore.
No,
I
not
can't do that
anymore.
anymore.
I get too old for that.
Too old for that stuff. Now, I'm sure everyone out here knows Todd Hundley. 2-time All-Star. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I will.
Okay?
Believe me, Diz, I will.
I know you will. All-time home run in a season for a catcher, right? For a catcher. All-time home run leader for a season by the New York Mets, right? Past Darryl Strawberry and Gary Carter and all those other jacks.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, all-time home
Before
runs.
we even get in all that, Diz, I want you people to know, I played with this guy. I caught him. And you know what? He was a good, decent pitcher, left-handed pitcher. I could catch him with a napkin. He couldn't even put a crack in that window right there, Jeff. He couldn't even put a scratch on that TV screen.
You know what? You're right. You
I
just
know
told
I'm
me about Saberhagen too not being able to do that. So I'll take that sort of company.
Yeah. Tell Saves I said that, though.
That's right. All right, you got your digging on me, you smelly, stinky piece of hillbilly.
Hey, now. Hey, look
All
at
right.
Jordan running
Also,
that
the
dumb
last
guy.
record he holds is all-time home runs in a season by a switch hitter, National League, right?
Yeah.
American League, Mickey Mantle.
American
National
League,
League, Todd Hundley.
Me,
How's
yeah.
that,
That's
man?
right.
Some
That's pretty good company. Yep.
Isn't it?
It's wild. From the time that you and I played together in Little Falls, New York, in the boondocks, when your mom used to always come up there and see her relatives on the hills of the Adirondacks. It's been a long time. It's come a long way.
Yeah, you have come a long way. We've got some, not as long as your mama's come, that's for sure, but we've got some real good catching prospects in the area, Pee-wee. High school kids. Kid by the name of Nick Tresniak, who's a junior. He's an outstanding prospect, probably a professional prospect next year when he's a senior. Got a kid by the name of Mike Kelsey at Shepherd and a kid by the name of Mike Stacy over at Tinley Park. 3 outstanding catchers from the area. Like I said, you've come a long way. Little Falls, this guy was hitting $150 his first 2 years in the minor leagues.
It was scary.
It was. I had to tell him what was coming just so he could even have a chance at hitting me.
You want to go back to that story? Jeff, let's this story. Now I catch this guy for a full year. Now we go into spring training, go to extended spring. Now I got to face him. Boom, smoke a double off him. I mean, a bullet down the left field line, umpire, foul ball.
And then what'd you do? Now let's finish the story.
Now, boom, he comes up. Yeah, he did. It did even out because he threw me a pitch, almost struck me. He did strike me out, umpire ball, and I grounded out on him. But he was a joy. My mom could throw harder than he did. Just look at his
With a right
elbow.
hand. With an opposite hand.
Opposite hand.
Yeah, she could kick it hard and he can throw it.
Man, I'm taking some lumps.
Yes, you are. Boy, you couldn't have figured that was going to happen.
Yeah, let me get these out. Yeah, you knew that
Still
was
these old men.
But these kids, I mean, let them know what it takes. People, you were a big-time senior. Your senior year, you were definitely recruited.
You're
You're
almost as highly thought of as Danny Wilson.
Oh, Dan. No, Dan was smart. He had the grades. That's why Dan was better. He's more touted than I was.
You didn't have the grades?
No, you kidding me? You know better.
All right.
It's you got to work. Number one is catching. You got to catch the ball to begin with. Be able to throw it. You're a catcher, right? That's what we call a catcher. Don't be going back to backstop every other pitch. Pick up the ball and throw it back to the pitcher. And from there, and then boom, it's hit. And you got to hit until your hands bleed. And it's work. You play professional ball. It's nothing but working hard. These kids, are out. Other kids got their other thing going on. Boom. During high school, when other kids were out running around, I was hitting. I was catching. I was working on my game. And be yourself. Bottom line, do whatever. If you got to stand on top of your head to throw or to hit, then that's what you do. You got to find your comfort zone. You've got to be comfortable, confident with it yourself. And when you get to that zone, you've got to work your butt off 24 hours a day. When you think you've worked enough, you work twice as hard after that.
And you see these kids nowadays, a lot of them, they worry about their girlfriends and their buddies, and it's all about having your priorities straight.
You got to have, when the kids are on Friday, Saturday nights out doing their thing, going to the movies, like all good kids do nowadays.
Yeah.
And that, that you got to you have to have your priorities straight, and you got to go and get your work in. And it all boils down to what you got in your heart and what you got in your soul and your stomach. If you want it, if you want to make it to the big leagues, they don't give professional baseball contracts out nowadays because you're a good guy.
And the one thing people should know is when Todd talks about having his priorities straight, he was the inventor of Boxing the Clown. That's for sure. So he boxed the clown while everyone else was out.
You boxed the clown in New York and down the village.
Oh, you can tell where this show is headed. We're going to go to a break right now. When we come back, more on the Star Sports Beat with Todd Hundley, Haslam, Arizona. Hey, Jeff Ponzak here with you. And, well, Pat can't be with me right now, but we've got somebody who, about the same intellect level. Right, Jack? You know it. Are your ears red from Todd Hundley? I tell you, if they are, get ready because it only gets worse the longer we go on in this show. But how about that Todd Hundley? Came back, hit 6 home runs in his first game back. What an amazing story he is. All right, keep watching. Next time we go to a break, you're going to have a chance to win a Star Sports Beat Fazoli's t-shirt. Stay with us.
The world isn't getting smaller. Our minds are expanding. Cable is one of the reasons why. Keeping you involved, excited, knowing, and growing. Knowledge is power. Get ready to rule your world.
Star Sports Beat. If you're just joining us, different show. We've got Todd Hundley from the New York Mets on, and we're just doing we're shooting a dealio with him.
Yeah, what the dealio.
What the dealio, right? What the dealio. All right, do you have this public service?
Oh, yeah, we're going to mention this real quickly. The senior, what's the name of it?
Stars. Senior Stars All-Area game.
The Senior Stars All-Area Soccer. There, I'm on that camp. See, I told you I don't know what the hell
you don't.
Senior Stars All-Area Soccer game. That is Saturday, December 6th at the Hallmark Sports Club in Frankfurt. Or do you say Frankfurt?
Mama likes a Frankfurter.
Yeah. Mama likes a 2-footer. Yeah. And Jones Intercable will be doing that game. You'll see that game here. It'll be the best senior soccer players playing in an all-star game. It'll be a good show. If you're a fan of soccer, get out there and check it out, and you'll see it here on Jones. All right,
beautiful. That's beautiful.
All right. So Pee Wee, everybody wants to know how's the shoulder. You had
elbow,
shoulder and elbow. The whole you got the whole 9 yards going there. What's the prognosis?
You know what the problem is, Jeff? To be honest with you, you know what the problem is? My elbow feels too good. That's the problem, and it's a type of surgery that they took the ligament. It's kind of ugly.
Yikes!
Took a ligament.
Little zipper.
Yeah, nice zipper, kind of like your zippers you got.
Your mama wears button flies.
Took a tendon from up here in my wrist, went down and transplanted it into my elbow. It's a common injury in baseball, but it feels great, knock on wood. Yeah. Shoulder, I had to get it basically cleaned out. Had a bunch of spurs in there.
Left shoulder, though.
Yeah, left shoulder. Just it's from the right-hand side that I swing and it gets stuck on me, but it's, knock on wood, I still hit him, though. Right now, right now, you put a bat in my hand, I'll still hit him.
Even with my bum elbow.
Oh, it's bum.
I could probably
Mom's a bum.
You ought to see this guy when he goes and pitches the Lewis University alumni game. He can't move his arms.
It's quality baseball down there, isn't it?
Oh, now he's ripping my college.
They charge people to get in there and watch that?
Oh, of course, the CD pitch.
You know that. The nice red helmets you guys wear.
Not any helmets anymore. Doesn't your mama give helmets?
Yeah. That's her favorite band, helmet.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. All right, so everybody says you're going to be at least till All-Star break, maybe the year next year. What do you feel about that?
That's something that that's kind of a ploy just to get people off my back and leave me the heck alone, to be honest with you. It'll be, I'm looking for June, July, an All-Star break to be back. It's just a matter right now, I got to let it lay. I can't get it too strong. I can't mess with it too much because it'll just snap again. Yeah. So I'm just letting it go. And
again, this brings us back to the situation where with a bum right elbow, a sore left shoulder, how you boxing the clown?
I don't know. I ain't touching that one. I'm not even going to go there.
Mercy.
Sick. Dago. I'm sorry. I've been with this guy forever. We've been with this guy here has had my back for a long time, and I smell him out. Whenever I come into Chicago, I just follow the scent, and because he stinks so bad, I find him no problem. I don't even use a phone with him. I even smell him from New York.
York. All right. Now, for you that don't know this, you people probably living in Planet Your Mama or something, but this kid here, father's Randy Hundley. What did your dad play for the Cubs? 10 years, Pee Wee? 11?
Shoot, I don't even know.
10, 11, something like that.
13 total big leagues. He was
Right.
Giants. He was with Twins, Cubs, Padres. But he was with the Cubs for about 6 years total.
Right. And driving over
69.
there, this is some of the things you get as a professional athlete. You know, Todd signed a big contract. He's a big-time millionaire and all this stuff. But on the way here, he drove his dad's car, and his dad's 740 BMW, beautiful car. But what does it feel like, Pee Wee, to be able to have that type of money? You can pretty much buy whatever you want. I mean, this is what kids mainly want to make it to the big leagues.
We've asked Al Macy that before.
Yeah, we did. That's right. But that's what kids are always looking at the dollar, not so much the love of the game. But you know, to be in a situation you're in, to be able to have that kind of flexibility, do things for your parents. What does it feel
it's
like?
very nice, to be honest with you. But you can't concentrate on the money. If the only reason why you're playing a game or you're in business or you're going to school is for the love of the money, in my opinion, you're screwed because it's not going to come. The money, I play the game. If I wasn't playing at Shea Stadium, if they didn't put up big stadiums and put a field up and charge people to come in and put TV cameras out there, I'd still be playing baseball down at the high school field, ripping your head off with a bat.
You'd be back home with the family in the hills and sticks of Virginia.
I'd be up in the hills. You don't worry about
Pot
that.
of possum stew.
Yeah.
How was Thanksgiving, by the way?
Oh, it was beautiful.
Good vittles and all that?
I put on about 10 pounds.
had some vittles.
I got 4 or 5 months to put off. Yeah, we had possum stew, little squirrel running around.
Yeah, tell them, folks, what's it like to have the hillbilly holiday?
Oh, it's great, man.
It's a great
Oh,
thing.
it's the best. It's the best, better than eating that Italian food. Hey, we had lasagna. I said, Ma, you can't have lasagna in this place. Not on that. No.
job.
We had good barbecue ribs, though,
There
matter
you
of
go.
fact.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
When we're going to go to a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the toughest pitchers he's faced and some of the toughest pitchers you've caught.
Yeah.
You'll be able to answer those
Oh,
questions,
real
right?
quick, too.
Yeah, so let's go to a break. And Orland Video, that was last break or something, wasn't it? All right, but hey, thanks to Orland Video anyway. Go run a video. See ya.
What's the difference between a sports fan and a sports nut? Oh, about $935 a year. That's how much more satellite TV with sports packages cost than cable.
Without Jones Intercable, you don't get great high school action like Game of the Week. Jones Intercable Sports presents and high school hockey on TV4.
The picture's clear. With 8,000 hours of sports on cable, why switch? Jones Intercable.
Yeah.
Guilt dog. All right, welcome back to the Star Sports Beat. Jeff Ponzak, Pat DiSabato, Todd Hundley,
That's
New
more.
York Mets. All right, before we went to the break, we were talking Pee Wee, and the whole Pee Wee thing. I don't want to give that route because when we're at Wrigley and we're waiting for you, all the people are like, Mr. Hundley, Todd, Hot Rod, and I just got my own, name. And I yell out Pee Wee, you know who's there. So don't be using that nickname. All right, get off that.
Pee Wee,
Get off
get-
that like I got off his mama this morning. All right. All right.
Pee Wee,
What, Jeff? What's going on? What?
like Kenny the Snake Stabler, is that what they call him, Pee Wee? Along in those same.
Let me
same
explain
lines.
this thing to you, man. It's also real quick. I got drafted '87. They sent me to a college league up in Little Falls, New York Penn League.
And he was out of high school.
Out of high school, and I weighed about 160 pounds, well, 150 pounds, and boom, a second round pick out of here. And so these guys all thought I was going to come in as a catcher, 6'4", 250.
And he was
big,
holding
strong
out too.
guy.
He was holding out for a little bit
But
more
I
cash.
had
So
a cannon, man. Ooh,
did have a
I
cannon.
had a cannon. And so I come in, they're all expecting me. These guys from Florida State, they have Lewis, all these big college guys. I come in. And they said,
Florida State and
Lewis. Real
same mention
comparable.
the same, bro. That Irish O'Reilly will be happy about that. That's for sure.
You're college, so I'll give you that. I have no clue about college. You guys suck anyway. But so boom, I come in there and I'm the baby of everybody. So they call me Pee Wee. Stuck me with Pee Wee.
That's
All right.
That's where
we get that out in the open.
And then, man.
I'm sure
Yeah,
people
you did have the
have.
best arm, Ryan. I did play with some decent catchers in my day, and you did.
Tony Reyna.
Tony Reyna. Micah Bork. No, you were the. Oh, I'm sorry about that, George. You were the man. You were the man.
I know
sorry about
I'm
Oh, you're
the
making
man.
us scared. It's only one so far. That's not bad.
All right,
It is, really.
You've been down here, you've caught some great pitchers. You had Saberhagen, Gooden, Darling, David Cohn. Who's the best?
By far,
You've caught.
catching wise, You got Doc Gooden, David Cohn. I'd have to say Pat DiSabata was the best.
That's what I figured. That's what I figured.
He was the best
Thanks
guy.
a lot.
Hey, you're welcome. You know better, Dennis.
I got the first round.
No kidding. No, definitely Doc Gooden. When he was in his prime, this son of a gun, man. I remember in spring training, we were catching him. I call a curveball. We got on second base, so we're going with some different signals. I call a curveball, and he throws a fastball. And where we in Port St. Louis, you have home plate, and back-to-back stop is probably another 30 feet.
Yeah.
I'm catching, and that thing is over my head, off the backstop before I could even flinch. And I think I have some pretty good reactions. But I'm sitting here, wham! No way. I turned to the umpire and said, we almost got killed. The umpire said, what the hell is going on? I said, I'm sorry, but we almost got killed. And Doc Gooden in his prime, he was
a great yacker, and he had the.
His fastball. The thing about his fastball was his fastball started at your chest and ended up at your neck. It was a rising fastball. And so you boom, and he's such a big guy. You know, he's 6'2", 6'3", right on top of you, an athlete beyond belief. But he just great curveball. That's all he had. Fastball, curveball, and he could tell you it's coming. You're still not going to hit. Curveball starts your neck, end up at your ankles. And fastball starts your waist, end up at your chest. He was just unbelievable. The toughest guy to hit against, by far, is David Cohn. Yeah. We had the Yankee Mets series in New York this year, and I sat on a split and still couldn't hit the stupid thing, and it looked like a fastball. And he'd come back at you, he'd throw everything: slider, Laredo slider, curveball, split, straight change, sinker, cutter. He's like it was like hitting a wiffle ball off the phone.
And that's impressive.
Kind of like you did.
That's impressive because you caught him, so you kind of know his tendencies. If he's tipping anything off, and you still couldn't hit him.
Exactly. I was sitting on a split. I'd give him everything else because split was his bread and butter. I'm going to sit on the split, and I'm going to take a hit 9 miles. I'd sit on. He threw me 7, 8 in a row. I still couldn't hit the freaking thing, man. Coney, what's going on here? But he's by far the nastiest I've seen.
Now, I know this question, and I know the answer to this question. Who had the best pickoff movie you've ever seen?
It's this guy right here.
That was a setup on the platter, man.
I didn't have to worry about throwing because they were on.
No one ever got on,
and
but that was
every hitter was on, so he had to have a pickoff move to get him out because they were just rocking his bush. But he did have a good one. He had a decent one.
You are a stinky, smelly piece of hillbilly dog.
See, I know, but there's too many Italians out here, so I can't get on.
You do. You better be careful, man. You better be careful.
But you know, all that is great, Todd. But what people want to know is what's this guy like? You know, when the baseball game is over and you're in, Great Falls, New York, and there's not a lot to do. Little Falls. Sorry,
it was little.
What's the Pat DiSabata like? Outside of baseball, in the bar or something.
Oh man, well,
or in a strip club.
Not me.
He is what you see: big nose, dago wop, stinky, smelly. Piece of crap. Hey, great guy though. I mean, now he's pulled me out a lot of bar fights. He's had my back on a few bar fights, and he's a normal guy, man. He's a sick puppy, sick in the head. And we all know that. I'm sure these guys know he's sick in the head, but he's a great guy.
Yeah. Thanks for the glowing endorsement.
We gotta go to a break, but I'm reminded of a picture that you had above your desk at the old building. It was of the Mets and the Cubs in a fight. And Hundley and Johnny Franco coming to the rescue of Hundley or something like that. You said, isn't that typical? Isn't that typical? The Dago helping out the hillbilly.
That's right.
That's true. That's true. I guess.
All right, we go to a break. We come back. More with Todd Hundley. Have some Fazoli's.
Experience something extraordinary. Real Italian, cooked good and slow, but served real fast. Speedy spaghetti. Lasagna lickety-split, pizza pronto, and fettuccine in a flash, all for just a little bread. Oh, and the breadsticks are unlimited with dine-in entrees. Fazoli's. It's real Italian, real fast.
Hey, we're back. Jack's in the mood. And Martin, boy, if we only had 2 cameramen to catch Martin dancing, huh? Hey, you can learn a lot from a dummy. That's what I heard. All right, you're a good man, Jack. Trivia time. Volleyball season right around the corner, and we are in the Chicago area, are lucky to have one of the premier volleyball programs in the entire country right in our own backyard. Of course, I'm talking about Mother McAuley High School. Mother McAuley High School, defending state champs, actually have won several titles in the 90s. I want you to tell me how many state titles overall has Mother McAuley won in volleyball. I'll let you know. You can be within, if you're within one either way, we'll let you slide. You win some free food from Fazoli's and a free T-shirt. Call us, 773-792-4376. Give us your name, give us your T-shirt size, and give us your address. Very important, all right? So call 773-792-4376. Win a T-shirt, win food. We'll see you.
Hey, welcome back to the Star Sports Beat. And if you're just tuning in, too bad. You should have been tuning in right on time.
Yeah, really.
All right, we have Todd Hundley here, New York Mets.
Let's do the Fazoli's trivia question real quickly first. All right. Last week we asked you who was the originator
that's right.
of What the Dealio?
Yeah.
We had a couple people who knew. Nobody left their name.
Did they know?
Well, Chris from Rich East. Not Chris Cartwright. It wasn't
All right.
Chris Cartwright. Your mama, Chris Cartwright.
Yeah. Your mama slept with Bill Cartwright.
Your mama so well she slept with Hoss Cartwright. But the answer to the
Oh, mercy.
Thanks, George. The answer to the question of who came up with What the Dealio was Buster Rhymes.
That's right.
And we had a couple people who knew that, didn't leave their name or number, can't give them anything. Maybe they'll call back. And
It wasn't the Insane Clown Posse.
It was not the Insane Clown Posse. All right, this week's trivia question, Fazoli's trivia question, relates, mercy, I'm all broken up.
Phlegmatic?
Very phlegmatic.
So your mom.
To our good friend Todd Hundley. The question, what high school did Todd Hundley go to? It's a Chicago area high school.
That's the key. Go to. Didn't graduate.
Go to.
I didn't really go to it either. I graduated.
You go.
I didn't go there.
Graduated. Didn't go to.
That's not true either.
It's the old question. Hey, did you earn your diploma there? No, but they gave me one anyway.
That's right.
All right, it's a Chicago area high school. It's not a high school we covered, but it's in the Chicago area. And here's a hint. They already won a state championship in a sport this fall.
This century,
So if you know what high school it was, give us a call, 773-792-4376. There you go, and win some free Fazoli's. All right.
No wonder they don't call. What freaking number was that?
It's long.
Oh, kidding.
See, you've got that education from that school. So you
Well, we
can't
put it on
handle
the
it.
screen for us. Yeah.
Wait a minute, Jeff. I got to ask you. What's
Yeah.
what's the fingernail polish?
Well, you know,
What is that for?
well,
The
you know,
dolphin?
this particularly is Thanksgiving. You know, orange and brown is the Thanksgiving
okay.
colors.
Okay.
Although I've been known to make this like a teal, a turquoise,
Is
and
that
go with the
right?
dolphin
Yeah.
colors.
He's-
Yeah, you know.
He's turning on us. He's really. You know how you're a switch hitter?
Yeah.
The questions are permeating the air of Ponzo's switch hitting these days, but he's not. I want to make that perfectly clear. He's not.
Thanks.
He's got a pierced navel.
Used to.
Used to. That's right. That's right.
Okay. I just
that?
wanted to get that straight.
All
sure,
these weird
it's
things
a
were in New
question,
York.
Good
yeah.
idea. Matter of fact, I was thinking dolphin though.
Yeah, you know, and I changed the colors according to, like, really, for Christmas, I'll go with the red and green. I'm not kidding.
That's
yeah.
Bill Pulsifer does that on our team.
Does he really?
Yeah, he does
There you
his
go.
toenails.
That's why he didn't make it back up to the Bigs this year. He's too busy painting his
Him
toenails.
and Dennis.
Oh, mercy. Oh, mercy.
mom.
Oh, boy, here we go. All right, Pee-wee, you know what we want to know? The Cubbies always talk about
Oh, the
getting this
Cubs
free
are
agent's
coming
going
out
to
of
come.
hibernation.
And Al Macy in particular. Al Macy doesn't understand the attractiveness of playing for the Cubs. He just thinks because they haven't won the pennant since 1908, no one wants to come here and play. Now, you state the case here on the record. Is playing for the Cubs in Wrigley Field, day baseball, an attractive situation for a free agent?
No, not today.
I'm wrong, Al. I'm sorry.
No, now coming in as a other team, visiting team coming in,
Yeah.
I love, and everybody. Chicago's a favorite town of the whole league because it's a great, you know, the history behind Wrigley Field's unbelievable.
Right.
But no, if I was to come here and play every day here, nah, I don't want to play day games, man. No.
Well, we know that
Don't
because
wanna do
Bobby
it.
Valentine says you don't get enough sleep. So if you're not going to bed till 6 in the
And you
morning,
know, talking of your Cubs, about your Cubs, how bad did we get ripped off last year
yeah.
with this trade?
We got Mark
Pretty-
Clark.
Yeah, Mark Clark for Turk Wendell straight up.
Well, we had
never.
You guys threw in Manny Alexander.
He
which we
dirt.
could have.
Yeah, you can take a sack of balls for that. And
Or a sack of dog.
oh yeah, you have a sack of dog. And Lance Johnson, Brian McRae straight up, never.
Speaking of Tutti Frutti,
Manny
Rudy.
Alexander from Mel Rojas, straight up? Never. What? How bad?
We finally made a good trade.
Now that, you guys made a great trade. Now we get, this is what we get. So now all of a sudden, boy, New York's big thing. Todd doesn't get sleep, this and that. So now we make this bad trade, stupid trade, but we had to make a trade just to make one. And here we go. And now they're getting ripped for
making a trade.
Week and a half how bad a trade it was. So now all of a sudden they come up with this idea, we're going to make Todd headlines to get the headlines off of this horse crap trade that we just made. Yeah. So now let's put it on Todd. And that was the whole deal with that. So I said, okay, you want to do this? I'll handle this, and we're going to go to war.
That's right.
And we went to war.
And you went to war, and you won.
And you lost sleep over it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I lost a ton of sleep.
See, a guy like Todd, you like to go out a little bit, but I mean, a person that's, settle into that.
You gotta go relax.
Kick back a little bit. But I heard it from a lot of people, family players that they like the situation where they can go home, have dinner with the family, kick back at night, get up. It's like a.
Well, yeah. I guess when you get into it, when you play here and you get into that routine, yeah, I guess that's fine. But no, for me, I want to play night. I want to play at night.
And I'm sure your wife Tiffany and the kids, they'd probably love to come to Chicago.
Yeah. Well, no, not Chicago.
I knew that. I knew they didn't want to come back there.
We'll stay in New York.
You like New York. You like New York. You never come to Wrigley, right? Too much pressure?
Not never. I'd come here, yeah, in the right situation. Are you kidding me? Hitting Wrigley Field? It's a joke.
You'd have to have a bankroll like Al Macy to get Pee-wee to come to Wrigley.
Sometime, yeah. We'll see what happens.
Like that.
All right. We're going to go to one final break. I know it seems like we just started, but here we are in our last break already. When we come back, we'll wrap things up with Todd Hundley. Have some Rick and Benny's.
At the heart of every community are the people who get involved and make good things happen. People like your neighbors at Jones Intercable.
I wish to take this opportunity of thanking Jones Intercable for their support of the United Way. They have helped us with donations. They've helped us with promotion. We are deeply grateful to Jones Intercable for their help.
Jones Intercable. It's a smart choice.
All right, welcome back. Here's our sack of dog situation here. Nothing from Jeff or myself. We're going to hand it off to Todd Hundley. He is going to give you the sack of dog, which is probably the sack of dog of the year.
It is sack of dog of the year, and a lot of people will agree with this. It's got to be Jerry Reinsdorf from the Chicago White Sox. Yeah. For what he put us all through a couple years ago, and then boom, comes on, signs Albert Bell to the $11 million a year. By far, Jerry Reinsdorf, sack of dog of the year.
And you've never signed with the White Sox, right?
You know. You can have your White Sox and your mama.
Your mom wears White Sox.
Your mama wears tube socks. Yeah. Oh, we only got about a minute
left. Your mama likes tube steaks.
Wow. Unbelievable.
All right, so Pee-wee, what's up with the Mets? They had a good year last year. What Billy Pulsifer, is he healthy? Paul Wilson? If this pitching comes through, this is going to be a real good team this year.
Your cousin Jason Isringhausen, are they all healthy, ready to go?
Oh, boy, is he. Yeah, they are. They're all in Puerto Rico right now, matter of fact, pitching and throwing well. Pulse right now, Bill Pulsifer, he can't hit the side of a barn right now. So we're trying to get him locked in on being able to hit a fly on the ass. But right now,
we can say that.
He can't hit the side of a barn, and he's just having trouble. But
if he runs out of flies, check out Fonz's Miles panties. There's a lot of flies, buzzards hovering around that.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow, Pee-wee, it's been a couple years, but you came through for us, so we appreciate it. And you know what? If you have any problems with the old recovery, or I'll be up to New York and kicking your stinky, smelly
ass. You come out to New York to box the clown.
Yeah, we will box the clown out there, that's for sure.
Mercy.
And we should give a thanks out to your wife because she moved the flight back for us and all that. Sweetheart.
She did. I love my wife. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. And she did. She came through for us.
2 daughters. Better say hi to Heather and Emma.
Heather, and Justin. I love you guys. We should have him on.
Well, we should. Next time we'll get him on. Next time.
We will.
All right.
With your mom right now.
I think that's. Do we have time to thank people or whatever? Thanks to Arizona, Rick and Benny's, Lisa Thomas,
the New York
Fazoli's,
New York Mets.
The New York Mets organization, Major League Baseball, and all the subsidiaries distributing whatever. Hey, all right, we'll be back next week with another show. See you.